Anthony, 3 to shoot. Hardaway hard drive, leaning, hanging. Yes, it's over.
Meet Penny Hardaway. Coming into the league, he was compared to Michael Jordan, but like many other superstars and up-and-coming stars like Derrick Rose and Grant Hill, injuries altered his career. Just like Rose, he dominated early in his career, going all the way back to high school, where he put up inhumane numbers, averaging 36.6 points, 10.1 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 3.9 steals, and 2.8 blocks per game as a senior, and was named the Parade Magazine National High School Player of the Year. His dominance in high school got him college offers from across the country, but eventually he decided to stay in his home city of Memphis. There, he dominated the NCAA, averaging 20 points, 5.9 assists, 7.7 rebounds, 2.5 steals, and 1.3 blocks per game over his 2 years with the Memphis Tigers. These numbers could have been even better if he was not robbed at gunpoint during his freshman year, where he was shot in the foot by a stray bullet. This incident did not have an immediate effect on Penny Hardaway's career, but would later contribute to his decline. After a star-studded high school and collegiate career, he declared for the NBA draft, where he was drafted with the 3rd overall pick to Golden State Warriors, just like Michael Jordan. Unlike Jordan, he was immediately traded to the Magic, alongside 3 first-round picks for Chris Webber. During his first season with the Magic, Penny didn't miss a beat, quickly taking over the starting point guard duties in just 46 games over Scott Skiles, who won the Most Improved Player just 2 years prior. Once taking over point guard duties, he made an immediate impact. His playstyle complemented Shaq perfectly, and together they led the Magic to their first playoff appearance in the team's short history, winning 50 games. Although they were swept by the Pacers in the first round, Penny was living up to his Michael Jordan comparison by averaging 16 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.4 rebounds per game, while having the 6th most steals in the league and finishing 2nd in the Rookie of the Year race behind Chris Webber. From then on, he was on a Hall of Fame path. In just his 2nd season, he was named an All-Star and made it to the All-NBA first team over players like Reggie Miller and Gary Payton. Even Shaq, who was seen as the best player from these Magic teams, only made it to the All-NBA second team this season. With both Shaq and Penny dominating the league, they led the Magic to a 57-win season, which earned them the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. On top of an amazing season, Penny and the Magic had an impressive playoff run, defeating the Michael Jordan-led Bulls in the 2nd round and the 2-seeded Indiana Pacers. Unfortunately, they got swept during the finals against the Hakeem Olajuwon-led Houston Rockets, but that did not keep Penny from showing out. He averaged 24.5 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 8 assists during this series, while shooting 50% from the field in just his 2nd season on the biggest stage in basketball. Penny made a name for himself that series and put the league on notice that Penny Hardaway was on the come up. The Penny Hardaway-Michael Jordan comparisons were growing even louder throughout the league. Even with expectations rising, Penny continued to dominate the league the next season, making another All-NBA first team while being a starter in the All-Star game and coming in 3rd place in MVP voting behind Michael Jordan and David Robinson, even with Shaq being out for a quarter of the season. During the span, he led the Magic to a 17-5 record and got the Player of the Month award by averaging 27 points, 6.5 assists, 5.8 rebounds, 2.2 steals, and 1 block per game. His jump from year 2 to year 3, alongside Shaq returning and dominating the league like usual, led the Magic to a 60-win season and earning themselves the 2nd seed behind the 72-10 Bulls. Although they were dominant that season, Michael Jordan and the Bulls were just too much to handle, and they swept the Magic in the conference finals. During this offseason, Penny played for the USA Olympic team and won a gold medal. The offseason was not all great for Penny though, as Shaq bolted to LA, leaving Penny in Orlando all by himself. Even though this did not seem like much, this was the beginning of the end of Penny's career. During this season, he battled through injuries all season and only played 59 games. Even though he missed a great deal of games due to nagging injuries and knee and ankle soreness, that did not stop him from becoming an All-Star for the 3rd consecutive season and leading the Magic to a 45-win season, which earned them the 7th seed. During the playoffs, Penny was on another level and showing no signs of injuries. After going down 0-2 to the Heat in the first round, Penny mustered up back-to-back 40-point games to force a Game 5. To put this feat into perspective, Penny was the first player in NBA history to accomplish this when his team scores under 100 points. Although the Magic ended up losing that series, Penny put on a show. Things were looking up for Penny and Hardaway and the Magic, but then everything changed. At the start of the 1997-98 season, Penny went down with a devastating knee injury, which was later diagnosed as an articular cartilage injury that would change his career forever. Penny would never be the same after this, even though he returned a year later and played all 50 games during the lockout season. During this season, his numbers were down across the board, averaging only 15.9 points, 5.7 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and 2.2 steals while shooting 42% from the field. Due to his regression and him becoming increasingly unpopular among Magic fans in the last 2 seasons, he was traded in 1999 to the Phoenix Suns to team up with Jason Kidd for Pat Garrity, 2 first-round picks, and Danny Manning. Things were starting to look good for Penny, as he improved a little bit in his first season with the Suns, but his injury problems followed him to Phoenix unfortunately. In his second season with the team, he went down with a foot injury, which caused him to play only 4 games in the 2000 season. When he came back, his athleticism and flashy game was completely diminished, and he could barely average 10 points per game for the rest of his career. He even got benched for a young Joe Johnson at one point. The 2003-2004 season, he was once again traded, but this time it was to the Knicks alongside Stephon Marbury. On the Knicks, he once again couldn't regain the spark he once had. He only averaged 9.6 points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.9 assists, with 1 steal in his first season. Things did not get much better in his 3-year stint with the Knicks, as his constant injuries and arthritic knees completely held him back. For the final time, he was traded alongside Trevor Ariza back to the Orlando Magic for Steve Francis in 2006. He was released 5 days later for cap space and would end his career with the Miami Heat in 2007, where he reunited with Shaq. Now, Penny Hardaway is one of the biggest what-if stories in NBA history, alongside Derrick Rose and Brandon Roy. He could have been a top 10 player in the league, but we will never know. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let me know what you think Penny's career would have turned out if he was never injured.